Hey, 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 this is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we are here to do a full recap of episode number 145 of Beyond the Gates, honey. The best show on the TV in my world, okay? Don't judge me because you're on my channel, okay? All right, y'all ready, honey? We are here to have a good time. I have no idea what the episode is about because I like to do a full real time recap. I do voices, I do dings, I do knocking, I do bangings, I do all of that, honey. And I cuss real good. Because that's what I think the players of the show should be saying, not what they were scripted to say. What fun would that be? Anyway, let me go ahead and pull my chair up, honey, and knock on this damn gate so they can let us in this damn gate and entertain us, right? Right. So I will start my recap in five, four, three, two. Oh, we at the country club, y'all. And they got the celebrating of life for Dr. For they didn't even put doctor. Damn. Doug McBride. Damn, he was 50? 1975 to 2025. That's a good picture of Dougie. Damn, y'all didn't even give him a title. Damn, y'all. I mean, it's cute. He was handsome. Oh, Dougie. It was exactly what Doug would have wanted. Nicole's voice, honey, looking at the program. Vanessa tells Nicole that her eulogy was perfect. Damn, they already had the funeral and y'all ain't invite us? Child, I had bought me a cake till I could come bring by there. Who else brought some food? I want y'all to tell me in the comment section. What food did y'all bring for the repast now? All right? I know somebody brought some Kool-Aid, some tea, some chicken, some macaroni cheese, some potato salad, some real true potato salad. Y'all ask, but I bring no pork loin. I'm serious. I'm telling y'all. If you make a comment under this video, I want you to tell me what food did you bring for the funeral, okay? Please. Don't we here, right? They didn't even invite us in there. The mother child, we found out that Danny told a story about, she lightened the mood, everybody laughing and shit. About Doug and the kids. I'm appalled. I mean, not appalled, what's the word? I'm offended. Shit. We invested 145 episodes and y'all didn't even let us sit down at the funeral. Even Carlton is looking all weird like. Why you ain't standing over there by Nicole Carlton? Shit, I'm mad. Nicole says he would have loved the whole town talking about him, and Vanessa was like, "Girl, let's be honest. He would have turned this into a whole actual party. Of course he would have. He was Dougie. Dougie. What's the Dougie? Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Hey, teach me how to Dougie." Wait a minute, and then Danny says that he would have insisted on being the DJ, so we would have had DJ Dougie. Y'all keep adding layers upon layers. We didn't know that Doug was like that. We thought he was just a doctor, busting open heads and working on brains and shit. No, was it brains or hearts? Hearts, busting open chests and working on hearts and shit. Turning up with, some liquor every now and then. Flipping over some cards and some poker chips. Y'all didn't tell us about all that. Y'all be keeping too many damn secrets. I used to move those place cards around so I can sit next to you and Doug at those hospital dinners, Nicole said. We doctors could be all stuffy and all medicine all the time. Yes, you can, honey. Y'all is real stuffy like a turkey on Thanksgiving morning. But Doug, I never met someone so gifted with his hands, who was so gifted with a bedside manner. Like, Carlton is looking over Nicole's shoulder like he knew the real Doug. It's like, I know he worked with Ted at the practice, but do y'all think he overheard Ted and Doug having that conversation? He's looking real suspicious. So Danny says they loved him so much, and she's like, I just wish that. Danny's like, girl, you met that man in high school, okay? You fell for him, and he was yours always, Danny says. Now, the fact that Danny, please. This girl is mourning, okay? Danny says, the fact that things got complicated at the end. Must make this must make this feel even more devastating. Danny! When I tell you them damn Duprees ain't empathetic, they don't have an empathetic bone in their fucking body unless it impacts them personally. But girl, why would you say that to this girl? And this girl is still in mourning. And everybody knew about Vanessa's kitty cat. Everybody knew that she was fucking around on Dougie. The whole town. Danny just breaks it down some more. Says, "Well, girl, one thing that ain't complicated, honey, was that nigga loved your ass, girl. I just wanted somebody to talk to. I called the one person that was guaranteed to make it worse. You know, that was one of Dougie's last lines on the show. Damn! The one person," he says, "that could break what little heart I had left. Mm-mm-mm. You deserve each other, bitch." Well, I added that part. She's laying there thinking about her and Joey fucking. Yeah. That's what she crying over. She not crying over that Doug is gone. She crying that she was sleeping with the enemy. Yeah. And that she took that damn ring off when she didn't feel comfortable about doing it. I would never forgive myself. I just wish I held on to him tighter. That's what Nessa May said. Instead, I was his tether, me and the kids. Vanessa, you can't tether someone who doesn't want to be, Nicole said. Remind me of that, please. Oh, Carlton. Girl, that was an ugly transition. Carlton was standing there the whole time. And so, right when, I guess, when Nicole moved out the way, she sees him. Vanessa sees Carlton. It's, oh, Carlton, thank you for coming. That nigga been staying there the whole time, girl. Nicole ain't that big that you couldn't see Carlton. I ain't like that. And Doug really respected you, she tells Carlton. Carlton was like, yeah, yeah, we just kept missing each other, yeah. I should have tried harder to make time to get together with him. He was a fine man, Carlton says. And Vanessa was like, he knew. And they, Nicole talks about how the room was filled with love and that they're going to be there for her and the kids today. Girl, we're going to be here for you today, tomorrow, the next day, and every day after that when everything starts getting quiet. And that's when they need you the most. Whenever you have a loss, when all of the noise ceases, that's when people need you the most. Ask me how I know. So they leave. They all each give her a hug. And so she's just really breaking down in the lobby near the guest book, where people sign. Of course, Joey's ass comes in there, his old heartless ass. It wasn't appropriate for me to come to the service, he says when he approaches her. I'm looking at these people in the background. I could have been there at the funeral. They wearing the black now. I got me some black dresses. I did send in my audition video, yeah, y'all. Like yesterday, I did not an audition, but I sent in some pictures and my stats. I know they're gonna be starting to do some recording. I think in November. So if I'm one of the chosen, y'all won't know until it's recorded, until it come out. But yeah, yeah. But I did do that. I know that I was on the fence about it, but I was like, why the fuck not? I mean, that's why I started this damn channel. Part of it, as far as this series in the first place, was to say I want to be on that fucking show. So yeah, I went on and sent it in. I took 2 pictures. I did a headshot. And I hope that they are what they're looking for. I think I'm like 3 weeks late, but shit, better late than never. So y'all pray. Put y'all witchy pool powers out there. Bring out y'all anointing oil, y'all sage, everything that Auntie gets picked. All right? Come on now. Wave it, honey. Wave it. Come on. Even though Joey talking about, even though I couldn't come to the funeral, I just had to put my eyes on you. Even if I couldn't put my arms around you. You so fucking inappropriate. This girl is just buried her fucking husband. And you talking about putting your arms around her. God, Toma. I'm fine. You're not. But you will be. I can't lean on you now. My son, what, where is he? What what happened to Donnell? And so Joey is like, what is it? What's wrong? Now she's gonna really be spazzing out now because she can't see her son. She can't put her hands and eyes on her baby boy. Oh, they show Donnell and his feet are covered with mud, because when you have to bury somebody, it's at the dirt. Oh, y'all, Lord have mercy, don't start me crying. I haven't cried since my mom passed. Since I didn't really cry on her burial because it hits me, every now and then. But yeah, I'm holding it in, y'all. I'm holding it in. But yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. Poor Donnell. And he's just sitting there, bouncing your leg. We have that nervous twitch in your foot. He's at the police station. And we see Jacob come up to him and say, Donnell, I'm so sorry that I couldn't make it to the service. I've been chained to this desk. Everyone had a lot of respect for your dad, including myself. He left us way too damn soon. Donnell was like, well, that's why I'm here. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I have questions, he says. Then a bop. Boom, boom. Ow. We're back at the Sherwood Forest, aka Nicole's house. So we have Chelsea and Kat. And Chelsea says, I feel all kinds of bad. Kat was like, we saved Chelsea Cat from a production mashup, girl. I said mashup. Mishap. That would have set us back a year, honey. I meant to say mishap, honey. That's what Kat said. But Kat was like, I really would have loved to be there to pay her respects to Doug. And Chelsea says, I mean, yeah, me too, girl. And Deanna and Donnell, they are younger than us. They just lost their dad. I feel awful. Kat was like, bitch, just about that. I mean, are you really sitting here comparing Doug McBride's death to me blurting out to Tomas that you love him? Kat was like, bitch, you ain't even apologize. That is not a way I wanted us to say it to each other, okay? Okay, I'm sorry. If I could unblurt it, I would, but I couldn't keep letting him dismiss your feelings as an excuse to him sleeping with your half sister. But maybe I've already said too much. Kat was like, honey, since when did you start editing yourself, girl? Remember Becky? And so Kat was like, why you want to bring up that bit? Well, she dumped us right after she got back together with her cheating ex. I don't want that to I don't want that shit to happen to us. And Kat says, girl, nothing will ever come between them. That's a loaded statement. Y'all remember this day. Kat tells Chelsea that nothing will ever come between them. So she also says, plus, I'm not mad at you. I don't think that they'll ever get that mad with each other. Do y'all? Mm-mm. Kat's like, girl, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at me. I just wish I didn't love that motherfucker as much as I do, but I do, girl. I do love him, Chelsea. And poor thing, she says she can't make herself stop. So we see him at the country club. Remember, he had reservations for two. And it wasn't with him and Eva originally, but she took the invite. Her desperate ass. I'm so disappointed in her. I cannot wait for her to wake up. I think when she wakes up and she really recognizes her true power, I'm gonna love her. I'm not gonna pivot from Team Cat now. We ain't doing that. But I need for her to not be so weak to him because he's her weakness. And Eva is a very strong energy. She's very, very strong. So they show up at the country club, Leslie and Eva looking all scared, like maybe we should go. And so Leva. That's a new Leslie Eva. Leslie says, do you see Cat Richardson draped all over him right now? No, he's wide open. So now you go over there and you make sure that you let him know that you are not mad at him for carrying a torch for her even after he slept with you. But he picked her, Mama. Yeah, he wants her because he knows that he can't have her, Leslie said. And just like Ted wants Nicole, Leslie says. Okay, you casting me as you, Ted as Tomas is like fucking gross, Mama. If the ego fits, she says. Now you need to let him know that if he chooses Cat, he's choosing an ice queen instead of a warm heart and a passionate body. Mm? I mean, you mean manipulate him like you would. Oh, honey, please. Playing dirty is the price of admission. So play nice and be honest if you won't. Once you have him, she says. Eva, I don't know, Mama. Girl, go get yours, okay? While I am going to go out there and give our condolences to Glenda, the good real estate agent. Woo! This girl is so cold hearted. Mm-mm-mm. Why are you gonna do that? Well, she did help you buy the house. So. Whew. When I tell you, she talk about Cat is the ice queen. Leslie is the empress of queen of ice. She's empress ice because no feelings whatsoever. Eva was like, honey, you barely even know Vanessa McBride. Well, I know her well enough to feel something for real estate Barbie when she loses her kin. Oh my God. Oh my God. Honey, she handed us the kingdom to our honey, she handed us the keys to our queendom. Go, play it right. And maybe you'll be sharing the Eva and Tomas wing at the Thomas estate. What? Ow. Toodles. Her little dance just kills me. Not in a good way. It's nothing cute. Whenever Leslie, she dances like it's confidence. It's not confidence. It's just a nervous tick. And you can tell Tomas is not fucking with Eva because any other time he would be in a room, he always knows when she shows up. He looks up. He always, whenever she comes in the Orphe jeans, if he's at the country club, he always sees Eva. He is so locked into his fucking phone, he don't even see her. That means he don't give a fuck about Eva. He cares about her. He cool with her. But after he fucked her, he want he like we're just friends. So she walks up there with her dark eyeshadow and says, "I think it's time we finish where we started." Bitch, we at the damn Sherwood Forest. Them Dupree sisters coming there with these damn skirts. Danny and Nicole. Danny's skirt is just slits, baby. And then the high split, and damn Nicole's mermaid, uh, bitch. When I tell you the fashions, oh my God, they look gorgeous walking in there. Oh my God. Oh, I love me a good skirt. I'm a girl there. I have a mouth like a man, but I dress like a woman. And I'm very girly when it comes to like frills and feathers and pablums and uh just layers and everything. Oh, that skirt. I bet you that skirt about $300 or $400. I need to look up to see what they wore on TV, how much that shit costs. Cause God almighty, they wearing the fuck out of these outfits. So Chelsea asked Danny and them how was the funeral. So Danny was like, "Girl, it makes me want to hug you tighter than ever, honey." She just hate that they didn't know how much Doug was struggling. We knew it. Y'all wasn't paying attention because y'all was busy, getting chasing kidnapped daughters and you know going to Vegas and going to the Articulates concerts and shit. Fucking for the first time, taking salsa lessons. That's what y'all was doing. We sat here and watched Doug's demise. So yeah. So Kat was like, man, he must have been going through some shit to be like drunk and drinking and driving. So, you know, Nicole just says we are all a heartbeat away from everything that we want or losing it. That girl. It's a good deep statement, but damn, Nicole. Damn, Nicole. Okay. And one choice can change everything. Not just for you, but for everyone you love and touch. Nicole, why do you feel like you need to say that right now? I just don't get her sometimes. So we found out that Vanessa did record a live stream so they could sit down and watch it because Kat did feel bad about not seeing it. So Kat looks like very, very, very guilty in the face and like a second thought in the face. And you could tell that Chelsea's look like this bitch. So Nicole is like, Kat, you okay? And Chelsea's like, bitch, you better not take your ass out of here. That's the look that Chelsea got on her face. Your ass better not say shit. And so Kat runs out of there, tells everybody there's somewhere that she has to be. And just like it always does, like a fucking pattern, she's going to run over there to the damn country club and she's going to see Tomas sitting there with Eva. Now, how she handles it is up to her. It's definitely up to her because he knows that she still loves him. And he's going to be like, Eva, can we have some time alone? He's going to tell Eva, get your ass up, Eva. I need to talk to God. So we back at the damn country club. Next day, now Tomas is sitting at a table next to the Dupree table because we see the placard on their table. I composed a text, he said, but Eva was like, "You never sent it." I just thought that you would never want to talk to me again. I was hella hurt, Tomas. I didn't set out to do that, Eva, for real. It didn't come out right. I mean, I just kept talking and making it worse. All I heard was how you played both sides and decided to go with polish over real. Oh, so wait a minute. That hurt your feelings, Kat said? I mean, Eva says. Good. Meant to. I meant to hurt your fucking feelings. Good. Yeah. I will probably to mess this up too, but good. But here's the truth. Yes, I came in hot with a bruised ego about Kat. But I didn't sleep with you to prove my manhood. Yes, you did. This is what trips me out. Act like big man when he was talking with Chelsea, talking about how he's a lawyer and he comes down to people on their own levels. But he cannot explain himself in this fucking situation. He can never. He talking about whenever he comes out of his mouth, he doesn't know how to say what he feels. Fuck you, Tomas. Fuck you. I'm attracted to you, Eva, and I really do care about you. I didn't do that to prove my manhood. You are the whole deal. But Kat's a bigger one. You feel more for her. I feel different for her. But I never lied to either of you. I value what you and I have. It's just on a different level. Maybe he's poly. A lesser level, she says. Lesser makes it sound like you're not important to me when you are. And this is what I want to get straight with you, Eva. The mistake I made when I crossed the line I shouldn't have. You have been so good to me, caring and understanding. I took advantage of your feelings for me and your friendship. Pause. When I tell you he's delivering this line so flat. If they brought in another Tomas, I wouldn't miss this one. I wouldn't miss this one at all because his lack of empathy and feeling being sorry and reassuring her is just falling flat. It really is. At least I still hope that we're still friends, he said. You're just saying all that shit because you think I regret it. That I want to take it all back. But even knowing what I know now, I don't regret a minute of it. That phony ass Leslie in the lobby with damn Vanessa. Vanessa is like stiff like a damn corpse herself, and Leslie pulling her hair. There. Oh, let it all out and let Vanessa look like she want to spit in her fucking face. That gorgeous husband of yours must have been a good man if he landed you. What did that mean, girl? So Joy walks up, and so she turns around. Leslie was like, I don't think that we've ever been introduced. Yeah, I'm still getting around to meeting all of the members of the club. Joey was like, oh, I don't belong here. Leslie was like, oh, well, you sure do look like you do. Mr. Armstrong is my business partner, Vanessa says. Leslie was like, oh, handsome. She says, you know what? You look like you belong on TV in front of the camera instead of scoping out dusty houses. Who wrote this line for her? Was this Leslie who did this? Was this Trisha? Did she make up this line? Because I'm surprised Joey didn't bust out laughing in her face. Good one, boo. I'm gonna give you some finger taps. Good one, girl. Good one, girl. Mister, she says, Armstrong. She looking at him up and down. Watch out, Nessa. He started laughing at Leslie. He kept it together. He said, well, Vanessa and I are more interested in commercial property. He says, please call me Joey. Leslie says, oh, I most certainly will. Oh, pardon me, dear. I'm sure that a lot of those people out there that came to the service still want to talk to you. Again, my condolences. Vanessa says, thank you. And so Leslie says, you're welcome, honey. And she's looking at Joey and she twists out the door. I wonder is he gonna look at her as she leaves because Vanessa is looking right at his ass. So Joey was like, she's a live one. Don't get twisted up with that one, Joey, because she gonna spill your tea all over Philmar Crest. So Vanessa was like, the Dupree's euphemisms are less kind. So, Leslie leaves. So, she asks Joey, has he seen Donnell? He was like, well, where was he last? He was over in the lobby area, but she don't see him right now. So he said maybe he spilled something and went to go clean it up. We all know where Donnell is. Uh-oh. So Vanessa says his shoes were all muddy when he came in. She says, I really didn't want to make a fuss about it, but, I was going to talk to him about it later. So Joey was like, muddy? Wait a minute, it ain't damn raining outside. So she was like, yeah, that kind of threw me too. Mm. His shoes look like he had been tromping through the woods, she says, but he was supposed to come straight here from home. And Joey looks concerned. Telling you, I told y'all that earlier. Jacob and Donnell are going to work together to find out what happened to Doug. They're going to find out. They're going to work together. Kat is too much in love trying to figure out if she want to stay with this cheater. But yeah, Jacob and Donnell will work together to find out what happened. So we found out about Deanna. She has a bad case of the flu, on top of other things, but she was able to catch a live stream of the funeral with her sorority. So how in the fuck is she able to watch it with her sorority and she has the flu, which is contagious? Make that make sense, honey. Y'all that please, y'all tell me what he meant. Please. Because y'all know I hear what I hear and I'm not rewinding this. So y'all tell me, did he say what I thought he said? Because I thought he said that she has a bad case of the flu on top of everything else, and she watched a live stream of the thing with the sorority. So I okay. All right. He said he wished he would have stayed there with her, but he had to be there. So Jacob understood. Jacob was like, sure, you had to be here for your mom. So Donnell was like, not just for that, honey. I had to go where my dad, wherever it happened, I needed to be there. So he said he needed to be there, where his dad was last alive, where he took his last breath. And so Jacob was like, "Oh, well, you went there before the service?" He nodded his head. So he looked at his shoes. He said, "Man, it must be pretty muddy out there after the rain. I wish you hadn't gone alone." So Donnell was like, "Look, I've driven to that exact spot with my dad a million times, baby. Field hockey stick, his homework on his lap. They've been down that road too many times. What my thing was that he take out his my earbud a lot of times. Then he then he would turn up his ancient rap music playlist. Doug was hip. Why did y'all do that to us? Y'all didn't even let us have a chance to get to know Dougie like that. Doug was really fucking dope. Okay. What you mean ancient rap music list, boy? He would tell him, now that's music, he says. He says, while he's trying to tell him all these life lessons. So he's saying this. They've pretty much played circus in that damn car, going down that same road a million times, and nothing's ever happened. Now all of a sudden, all this shit. So yeah. I just noticed that the angle that they showed Jacob, you can see Marcel listening in the background. Jacob says, well, did you find what you were looking for out there? It looks like Donnell is looking across at Marcel. Let me make sure. No, he's not. He was just looking down. So he didn't answer Jacob. He says, so Jacob says, what do you need, Donnell? I want them to get that fucking flask. That's what I need for them to get. Donnell was like, well, could you report to me, if he knew what was going on, and you could see Marcel like turning, his whole head is turned around listening. So he's just asking, what was his last thoughts? Did he suffer? Did he have time to think about us? Don't sugarcoat that shit. Tell me, damn it. So Jacob just want to clarify. So you want to know what his last moments were like? While he asked that question, Marcel, tipping over there to Jacob's desk. What you all on his desk for? Y'all ain't no partners no more. Excuse me, I'm just grabbing this off of Jacob's desk. So Donnell was looking up like, well, who this? So Marcel's like asking Jacob, new case? So Jacob introduces Donnell to Detective Malone. Yeah. So Donnell asked Marcel, "Are you handling my dad's case too?" "No, you in capable hands with this one right here." So Jacob just tells him, "We just waiting on a few things, so that we can close the file on the accident." So he went out there to look at the scars from the car and the ground, look at the burns from the tree. I mean, he was out there digging. He wasn't playing. And so Jacob was like, "Yeah, man, I'm sure that was hard." Jacob, of course, he said he wished that he hadn't gone out there by himself. He wants to know, could he have been saved if somebody was driving by? Could he be with us right now? He's really, really trying to find out. He's a detective himself. Jacob is like saying, "Man, survivor's guilt, Donnell, is real, man." You start spinning scenarios in your head like, what if I was there? What could you have done to save him? But answers don't change facts, bro. We can't be with our loved ones every second trying to prevent accidents from happening. I know that shit in my head, Donnell says. Jacob was like, "Look, I ain't no damn medical examiner, but there will be reports. But I have seen my fair share of accidents in my day. And based on the tremendous force that the car hit the tree with, no one could have survived that shit. I believe that he died on impact." Damn, Jacob, damn. There's nothing me, you, or anyone else could have done to save him. So Darnell's phone gets to buzzing. Jacob was like, "Do you need to take that?" So he just gets up and takes it. That boy does look like look like looks like Dougie. Somebody said that he looked just like that man. Nose, lips, all of that. They matched him up really good. I can't wait to see what Deanna's gonna look like. So that was Vanessa calling him, and so she was like, "Oh my God, I was worried about you." He says he's with Jacob. She said, "At the station? You at the police station?" So he says he didn't want her to have to deal any more of that bullshit today, so he went straight to the full source, which was the cops. So Vanessa was like, "What do you need to know?" "Oh, well, never mind. You can tell me when I get there." So Joey is standing there listening. So she tells Joey that she feels that Donnell is upset with her, so he's covering. So Joey was like, "What makes you say that?" She says, "Well, he knows that there are some things that I haven't told him about his pappy. Maybe I should have told him. At least he would have been prepared." I know today I haven't done a lot of voices today. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through this. But I am recapping though. So Joey just reassures her that he says that he's mad at the world, not you. And why the fuck did he go to the cops? So Vanessa's like, he just can't make sense of this new picture of his father. He just can't understand it. And I think I asked y'all, what started Doug with this whole gambling thing? I think somebody did say that Joey had given him access to all this money. Like it was like unlimited funds and he was winning. But what was the trigger? Was it, oh yeah, I guess he talked to Randy. Randy talked Doug into coming there to the casino, and then that's when was on this winning streak, and that's how he got hooked. Yeah, man, when you're on a winning streak, you always feel like you're gonna just keep winning and winning and never lose. So I think that's what he did because he knew that he wanted to use Vanessa's real estate agency to help launder his money. I remember. Went with his gambling, drinking, the one got in that car, she says. That is not the steadfast good man that he grew up with. He's looking for some boogeyman who set Doug on the path to ruin. I just hope that in the end that the villain that he finds and blames is not me. So he says, "Doug did this, not you." So for some reason, when I've been watching this on record, I'm gonna have to look at it on Paramount. At a certain time, it glitches really, really bad. It's been doing it this week. I don't like that shit. Anyway, she gives him a really light hug and then she leaves. You know how funerals are inspo for people to do like bunnies? What? We're at the Sherwood Forest and we have Chelsea. Chelsea says, "Do you know how funerals are inspo for people to do it like bunnies? Funerals want you to fuck like bunnies." Let me rewind this. I'm gonna rewind this, honey, because I think that's what she said. Yeah, I read that right. You know how sometimes funerals are inspo for people to do it like bunnies? Girl. Thank you. Danny corrected her. She says, "That's weddings, baby." Oh, damn. Oh. So Carlton was like, I can give you ladies some time alone. Oh, no, you don't have to go, Carlton. That's what Nicole tells him. Chelsea tells Carlton, "There's tea." She points over there in the kitchen. "Leave." So Nicole was like, I thought that we were all pissed at Tomas. So Chelsea was like, well, half of us still is. And Danny was like, the half's open to second chances, honey. Yeah, and I might have given them an unintentional assist. I let it slip to Tomas that Cat is still hung up on him. Well, honey, you don't know that for sure, Danny says. Chelsea was like, Mom, you saw the look in her eyes. Like she's in love, Nicole says. Chelsea was like, no, like she really wants something. Danny was like, I hate the fact that the Dupree women around here getting cheated on is becoming a damn theme. I think Carlton does need to leave. Same, Chelsea says. Nicole was like, then why didn't you stop her? Girl, you could have stopped her. Nicole, girl, that's your daughter. She's not Chelsea's daughter, that's your daughter. Chelsea was like, you try getting in between Kat and what she wants. Plowing in and asking questions later is a family trait. That's what Nicole said. Danny was like, why the fuck are y'all looking at me, honey? Kat is grown enough to make her own fucking decision. While Danny is saying that all loud, you can see Carlton is sipping his tea, baby. He put the tea on the glass on the table. So, yeah. Danny continues and like says, yeah, and she got us to back her ass up. We gonna back up Kat, honey. Best case, this Tomas thing just runs its course. And what if it doesn't? Nicole says. Danny was like clockwork. We burn his fucking house down. She did. She said that shit without a. She didn't hesitate. Ooh, and Carlton was like, shit. I better not fuck up Nicole's heart. Yeah, nigga, take notes, nigga, take notes. So Nicole's phone starts to buzz, and so it's the hospital calling. So she's gonna take it in the office. So you know, Danny and Chelsea is gonna be grilling the fuck out of Carlton. Danny says, we really did shove you into the Dupree deep end, honey. He was like, well, I'm not scared. Maybe a little in awe. You really like Aunt Nicole, Chelsea says. He says, everyone likes Nicole. I wanted to be there today for Doug and for Nicole, he tells them. And did you feel Ted's eyes burning a damn hole in the back of your head? Danny said. He said, I did. But there's nowhere else I would have been today. No matter how awkward it was then or now in this living room she used to share with him. Danny says, you don't blink, Carlton. We like that shit. We do. So tell me, Danny says, where do you see this thing going with my big sister? I told y'all they was going to grill him. I told y'all. Why not? I mean, it would have been, Anita would have did the same shit. Back at the fucking damn country club. I didn't screw up our friendship forever, did I? That day and my apartment was top shelf amazing. My thing is like, why does this girl told you you couldn't fuck? So why do you still want her? Kat says you're not good in bed. So why do you still want her? It has everything to do with her status. It's her status, honey. It's her status. I'm sorry. He said it was, and I know how to take the good when it happens, even if I don't get to keep it. Are you saying that you are ditching our friendship? He says. I'm saying we've both been with other people, Tomas. But this was different because I know you and you know me. And we took all that knowing into bed and we just made it different. Or we don't actually have to dissect it. She was like, nigga, if you want us to be friends, I need to talk about what happened with my fucking friend. I cannot fight with that logic, he says. She says, look, the difference between you and Kat and me and you is that we are real. What you had with Kat wasn't. I disagree. That's why you don't connect in fucking bad. Because she's not there for you. I'm sorry. Because she ain't there for you. She's there for her. I got my little tongue in the way. That's evil. She's only there, honey, to keep your ass away from me. And guess who shows up? Kitty Cat. So he looks up and he's so happy and shocked while Eva's turning around, rolling her fucking eyes like this. Eva, here she come with her mama coming out. You, bitch, picked the perfect time to enter our chat. Now watch, I think Tomas is going to start acting indifferent toward Eva because then they're going to start flipping the script of how Eva is acting toward Kat, but I could be wrong. He said, Eva, you did everything you could to keep us apart, Eva said. Gaslit this man into doubting himself. Eva, stop this. But all you did was push us closer. She sounds so desperate. Oh, she sounds so desperate. And not to mention that the proof was in the connecting. We handled that. He says, that's enough. And you, Eva said, bitch, you never even came close. Leave her alone, please. He walks in the middle of them. This whole situation is on me. And Eva's looking at him like, what? Kat never gaslit me. She never lied. And the truth is that Kat and I, he looks at Kat, we love each other. I ain't never heard them talk about no fucking love. Nigga, please. Eva says, you think you love her ass. But how about her? She did you for revenge against me. That's why she don't feel anything real while you're in bed. This girl is talking about their private shit loud at the fucking country club. So such her mother has gaslit her to act like a fucking fool in the middle of this country club. And you see, Eva ain't saying shit. And he's taking up for Eva. Whenever there's a victim, that's when he steps in. Now they seem to have like exchanged roles. When Kat be lighting up damn Eva, he'll take up for Eva. Now that Eva is lighting the fuck up out of Kat, he's defending her. Some things you just can't fake, Tomas. That's what Eva says. So how can you buy those three little words from her? Because Kat never told me she loved me. She told her cousin, but I would have never known if she wouldn't have told Chelsea, and Chelsea accidentally blurted it out. Accidentally, Eva says. I thought things were done between us, Kat. I thought you weren't coming. I gave up all hope until I talked to Chelsea. He don't even see Eva's ass there. She's so Kat has not said not one word since she walked up in that space. Not one. But now you're here, and I just hope that this means we have a chance, Kat. My only regret is hurting you, Eva. You said that we have to hold on to what we want, right? Even if it's messy, even if it's hard. That's who I want. Wow. Right, Eva says. So she was trying to leave. And so she was trying to get out. And so Kat stepped in front of her and said, oh, are you okay? Half sis? Eva says, nah, I feel cold. Standing next to you, I feel frigid. And Kat is looking like score. It's about her winning. That girl don't give a fuck about Tomas. Watch when Isaiah come to town. And Eva's gonna really pay her back with that Isaiah situation. I feel like she's gonna really pay her back because Eva is going to want Isaiah and really gonna fuck Isaiah and gonna enjoy him, but Eva is gonna be in the way. She's gonna be in the way of that. So after Eva leaves, Kat says, you said it to Tomas, you love me. One thing I hate that about Eva is that she's such a rational thinker. She's really smart. But whenever she talks to her mom, that girl don't think no rationality at all. That girl just embarrassed herself. Whenever she talks to her mom, go get him. You want that bad bunny? I mean, she just pumps that girl up so bad, and she goes out there and just embarrasses herself, girl. Oh, I feel sorry for her. I really do. But he told her, he was honest with her. Now, Kat was not honest with him when it came to his lovemaking. She's going to have to figure out what she wants and what she likes. That's what she's going to have to figure out because that's important. Love is cool, but when you can't connect, you're going to run into the same issue. Back at the Sherwood Forest, Carlton asks Danny, are you really asking me what my intentions are for your sister? Danny says, I mean, what can I say? I'm a sucker for tradition. He says, okay, I'll play. Now, this started decades ago because I met Nicole. Oh, he met Nicole before Ted. Really? Danny was like, wait, I thought long before. Kindergarten, first grade. Danny was like, that can't be right. I mean, Chelsea says, that can't be right. He says, and there I was, working up the courage for decades before she went to that damn conference in Hawaii. We all know about that damn conference in Hawaii. They talked about that since episode, what, number 2, 3? When she did the interview and, they was doing all these videos working up to the her anniversary and her award recognition. And so Wow. So he has been liking her for a while. Wow. And then she came back with Ted, who happened to be my buddy in med school. So she's known him. Wow. Danny was like, who you also thought you knew in grade school? You know, Carlton, if you didn't want to answer the question, you could have just said, he said, butt out. So he lied. He just made it entertaining. I got to admit, his little story was more classier and more fun. He says, well, Nicole's family is very important to her, and I don't want to insult you both, but you don't want to explain anything to us or speak for a woman who's perfectly capable of speaking for herself. Now, I don't know what Nicole feels about me, or how I feel about her. I think that she should be the first person to hear it. I mean, I hear you, Carlton. Okay, I like that. Mm. So Danny was like, I am curious about where you were going with that line of bullshit you were handing us by coming clean, of course, he says. I was going to tell you about how all that time spent waiting for Nicole to be available led me to today, where I can finally be close enough to walk in here and have what I really want. Danny says, my sister. He says, no, this vase. He said, I mean, it's a sight to behold. So Chelsea was like, keep that sense of humor when dealing with our family. He's adorable. I like this character. My concern is that Nicole is only using him, but I do like this character. I feel like though that she's using him. But I like his personality. I do. You're gonna need it. All of that was my really awkward way of saying that I really like this face. And that I really like this vase. I'm sorry, he says vase. What do you, well, you can't tell me because I say vase. He says vase. So Nicole comes back from her hospital phone call. She says, I should have warned you, Carlton. I hope I passed inspection, he says. She says, well, I am the only approval that you need. He says, noted. He gives her a kiss right there in front of them. He says, I've got to get back to surgery. Do you now? He told Chelsea, thanks for the tea. So he grabbed his keys and skedaddled. And they looking like, I mean, you couldn't leave him alone, she said. She says, I prefer him to the cowardly lion. Because Ted is cowardly. Why was the king of the jungle? Or you can say what you wanna, cause I'm here to stay, cause I'm a mean old line. Boom, 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 boom. You can go where you wanna, but don't get in my way, cause I'm a mean old line. Boom, boom. You'll be standing in the draft, hey, but you won't hear me laugh. And if you happen to come around, hey, it might knock you down. You got. Hey, that's my shit, y'all. Me No Lion from The Wiz. That song is from the movie and the Broadway show. And I was in the Broadway show, not a Broadway, but I did the musical. And I love the movie. That's my shit by Ted Ross. You better beware. Hey, the king of the jungle's here. And if you happen to come around, boom, boom, they just might knock you down. Hey, sing Ted. But not, well, that is not Ted Richardson, but Ted Ross. R.I.P. Okay. Ooh, y'all know I be breaking out in song, honey. Nicole was like, "Oh, so you're vetting my relationships after your ass done ran off with my nephew on a whim and married him, then double down on your mistake by sticking with it." So we're at the station. We're not going to really go through all of this back and forth. Vanessa arrives there. She asks Donnell, "Why did he leave?" He said he didn't want her to be worried. um he didn't want her to be focused on him and taking her away from everybody else, whatever. We're not gonna go through all this little chit chat. I need for them to get some facts together, and I know Marcel is around there listening, so ain't nothing gonna get accomplished, not at least not today. Well, they're gonna go look at the pictures of the wreck. Donnell wanted to see it, but uh yeah. um Vanessa wants to see it too. So they hold hands and they look at all the pictures of the wreck. And you see Marcel looking. He has the same sad look on his face like Joey did. See, now your dirt is in your face now, Marcel. I think that before he can do his shit and then be done with it. But this, it looks like he's feeling guilty. I hope that he got Donnell on the Sharon somewhere. Cause they got to go through this. Hopefully, maybe he's done a good deed, and he did take Dougie's body out the car, or he sent him somewhere. Hopefully, hopefully. Ooh. So we're back with ooh, Joey's hole in the wall. So he has a guy there looking at some video footage. So you can see Joey, you can see Marcel, Doug, and the dealer. And he tells the guy, he says, stop right there on the video. He says, it looks like I'm going to have to make Marcel Malone disappear. Told y'all Marcel is not going to retire. I saw that months ago. That nigga's gonna die. Either go to jail or die. But he said disappear. Yeah, he ain't gonna make it. And he gonna have to get Randy to do that shit. And Randy's gonna make sure he takes care of it this time. I think he's gonna get Randy to do it. Andre and I are not the first couple to go to Vegas and get hitched. We're back at the Sherwood Forest, and that's Danny explaining this to her sister. You make it seem like you were using sound judgment. I'm so sick of her being so judgmental to Danny. Leave Danny alone. God dog it, the girl is happy. She married your nephew. You get ready to fuck around with your husband's best friend. I mean, come on. Not drunk out of your mind, she says. God dog it, Nicole. Danny was like, "You have to be drunk like that to get married in Vegas." Jeez, God dog it. I thought I would even get a pass today in light of Doug's passing, but no rest for the judgy. Do you really expect me to sit by while you use him? Nicole said. Use? Danny says. Nicole was like, girl, all you had to do was follow through with the annulment. Now you're dragging him through this prolonged sham of a marriage. Nicole really protecting Andre. Andre said if this marriage is going to do that, he said he cannot lose Uncle Ted and Aunt Nicole because they pretty much raised him after his parents died. So he's like, if this marriage is going to do that, fuck it. he he's like, say, I'll walk away because he loves his Aunt Nicole and his Uncle Ted. Why? Why do you do that to you, honey? Why do you do that to yourself? Why playing house when your heart's not in it? Damn, Nicole. How the fuck do you know more where my heart is? Danny says. Maybe our marriages didn't measure up to the Holy Grail that we grew up with. But why is Andre being married to me the worst thing in the damn world for him? He's not a fucking little boy. He's a grown, successful man with miles on his own heart. And he chose me. I knew that you would get your back up, girl. You always do that when you're wrong. Ooh, Danny says, and you're the arbiter of right and wrong, right, Doc? Look, bitch, forget about me. What about the girls? Nicole said. What is this marriage doing to them? Danny was like, they're still processing. Isn't that right, Chelsea? Chelsea, like, shit, y'all put me in the middle of this bullshit. I mean, I was glad that uh Andre was helping you get dad out of your system. I just didn't think it'd be long term. See? Surprised? Still processing, Danny says. Ooh, cha. I mean, I do love having Live Out Loud mom back, but I didn't expect it to be so hard to hear, aka deafening. At the hotel, Leslie opens up the door. Oh my God, that bad. I started out so strong. It felt like something shifted, Eva with her loud ass. Like he was open to the possibility of us. Until this always happens when I stop trusting myself and start stupidly trusting you. I told Tomas that the reason why it wasn't going to work out with Kat is because she's actually not into him. That she's trying to stop him from being into me. Ooh, I like it. because it's a Leslie line designed to push all the right pressure points. I mean, she's going off. That girl is so pissed. It seems like she's more sexually frustrated, girl. And it didn't work, Leslie says. Eva was like, does it ever? Girl, you just embarrassed yourself. You knew what you were doing was wrong. You knew it wasn't going to work out. And now you over there chewing out Leslie. Leslie don't give a fuck. Gosh, it's awful advice. Oh, she looking on the tables and shit, lifting up sheets and shit. I mean, where's your man, mama? Ooh. Non-existent, she says. So why the hell am I trying to be a mini you? Back at the country club, his dry ass. Cat, I'm so sorry. I never expected Eva to go there. Cat says, stop. Rewind, she says. What? He says. To the fact that you say that you loved me. This isn't the way that I was going to tell you. Look, I am done, honey, chasing perfect moments. That's how we got in this shit in the first place, she says. You're not mad, he says. How could I be mad at you? Shutting her down? I couldn't let her say those things about us. I didn't really know where we stood until Chelsea talked to you. I was so mad at her for telling you, she says. As mad as you were at me for telling Eva about our problems? Look, I know that we did have the talk about her, she says. But right now, all I care about right now is the fact that you said it and that we both feel it. Maybe it's time for us to say it to each other and not to other people. I love you, Kat. I love you too, Tomas. They get to kissing and kissing and kissing and kissing. She says, "You feel that?" He said, "Yeah, I'm still feeling it. Let's go with that." Okay. He says, "My place. How about two steps to the left?" Okay, here we go. Now they get right there at the country club, probably one of them little closets. So let's see how she's gonna look. And Cat, bitch, if he is not he can't even get it out. If he is not pleasing you the way you want to be pleased, please tell him. Please talk to him. Please. Oh, so we're back at the police station. So they are finished watching looking at the pictures, and so he says we do have a grief counselor on hand. And Vanessa's like, no, thank you. We'll talk to Nicole if we need to. So she tells him that he can close Doug's case, and so Jacob was like, no, we can't do that right now. And Donnell was like, why? Because we have forensics involved, and so I'm headed over to the casino right now to get security footage of the casino because he was heading to from gambling that night. So Joey comes there at the station, of course. Are you doing your due diligence? Some Jessica. Lord, who is Jessica? Who's Samantha? I'm sleepy, y'all. Vanessa. Hush up, Jazz. Joey comes in there is like, officer, if there's anything, that you need to ask, I'm any questions you have for me, detective, I can answer anything. I can help with this case. He gonna kill Marcel, y'all. Marcel is not gonna be able to damn retire. Mr. Armstrong, you normally don't come to this station unless there's an invite. I should have came earlier, Joey says. I wasn't at the casino the night we lost Doug, so until, Vanessa told me that Donnell was here, it didn't occur to me that you might need my help in this investigation. So he comes over there and gives him the hard drive of the security camera, and it probably will show Marcel. Oh my God. So they're asking, what the fuck is that? Donnell wanted to know. He said, well, my guys made a hard drive of the night in question. Jacob was like, well, I was about to head over to get this. Joey says we rolled it back until, we were able to find Doug at the tables. Y'all ain't got no fucking big casino. Stop it, Joey. That's the only room y'all got. Thanks for coming forward, Jacob said. So Vanessa was telling Donnell, haven't you had enough for the day? He was like, nah, mama, I want to watch that shit now. So Vanessa says, okay, Jacob. So Jacob gets his laptop and plugs that shit in. So what is we finna see? Are we gonna see Marcel? What is we finna see? And Marcel getting up, sneaking like he lit looking. Why you nosy? And Joey's looking over his shoulder like, nigga, yeah. You scared, you should be. We're at the Sherwood Forest. Danny says, you are just as loud as I am most of the time, girl. But when you're upset at me, you go quiet. And right now, you're giving silent treatment on maximum volume. She's talking to Chelsea. This isn't the first time that I've seen you and Aunt Nicole fight. Danny was like, "Girl, I haven't forgotten about what you're going through, Chelsea. Not at all. And I don't want to add a second more drama to your life with that old maniac bitch put you through." But I'm me, Danny says. And when I do things, honey, I do them big and feather ruffling. Girl, me too, Danny. Me too. And she says, I realize it's not an excuse and it's not much of an apology. Okay, we're going to see what else they're talking about. If they don't popping, hopefully I'm ready to see what this video is going to show. So she was, she was like, Mama, I normally love your chaos. Normally I love it, but the stakes are so high with that old crazy ass Allison and now Doug. She says, we should not spend another moment of our lives play acting. So that's what Chelsea was like saying. And so, you shouldn't be pretending and play acting because, real life is real. Your love that you have for Allison, honey, is real. I mean, not Allison, but Madison. I'm sleepy, y'all. That's what Danny tells Chelsea. The love that you have with Madison is real, honey. And I still believe for you. Because Chelsea is like, love, you shouldn't be pretending. You shouldn't be playing with that. That's it's too important. I had my time with your father, Danny says, but companionship is what I need now. And yes, I probably should have been more discreet. I could have been. So Chelsea was like, "Yeah, I wish you would have given me a heads up, Mama, instead of me getting it through a Google alert." She said, "Look, sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing it until I'm doing it, girl." She says, "I know that being with Andre is not the most traditional thing, but it's a fun and it's a safe place. I trust him, and I've never had that before," Danny says. And so, you can't always have fun all the time, Mom. You just can't do that. And she was like, "Look, right now, that might be future us that can't have the fun, but right now I'm having a good time, honey, and I'm good and I'm happy." All right, that's enough. I'm so tired of Danny explaining herself, but this is the first time she had a conversation with Chelsea about it. So now she has to talk to Naomi about it. So whenever that happens. Uh-oh. So is they in the closet? That lady got her a role. You better work, sis. That could have been me, honey. You better work. We can hear all this squealing and giggling in the closet, honey. Cat is moaning and Tomas is they banging and shit. The lady looking in the closet, ooh, ooh. That lady looking, honey. She didn't look in the closet, but she looking at the door like, what the fuck is going on? You can hear Cat. Yes, honey. Sounds like she got. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Hey, sometimes you don't. Hey, Mom and Joyce got nuts. Hey, Mouse don't. So we're back at the Sherwood Forest. Andre calls Danny. She's like, I need to answer this. My hubby, girl, hubby. I swear I ain't nothing to drink, y'all. I promise I haven't had nothing to drink. It's my hubby. And she looked at Nicole. She says, isn't that what a real good wife would do? Oh, now you're asking, Nicole says. So she goes and talks to her husband. Nicole was like with Chelsea. So what do you think? She's happy. Chelsea says she's happy. Well, I really didn't have Andre on my vision board to be my stepdad this year, but you can't stop mom from being mom, and no more than you can stop gravity. I just wish there was a better guy for my cuz. And Nicole was like, I agree. But just like you did for my mom, I said my piece. So the lady, they get back to the country club, and the lady's still standing in the hallway, and Tomas is fixing his jacket. Well, Chelsea was like, well, for her sake, I hope that it works out. So we're getting back to the country club. So they walking out the closet. Now Kat does look pleased on her face. I'm gonna keep pushing play. Oh, so he says, I think I got you in trouble. She said, let him talk, honey, because I can scream it for the rooftops. And he was like, I feel like you did. He says, Kat, are you did you? She said, yes, I did. So is that what everybody's been talking about, honey? Let's see once she turns her head. Bitch, you better not be lying to him, bitch. I'm gonna push play, Cat. You better have satisfaction on your face once you turn your head and you walking away. That lady said. So they walked off, and the lady in the hallway says, she saw the waitress. She said, "Excuse me, can you tell me what those two were having, honey, and make my order to go for two?" And the waitress girl was like, "What the fuck? Who is she? Congratulations, sis. I don't know who you are. Those two, they might have to be my thumbnail." How cute. I think that's why it was a Cynthia. No, Carolyn. Miss Carolyn said she was waiting for me. I guess she's already saw this episode. Miss Carolyn, I seen it. This is too precious. Shit, the waitress and her baby hairs, honey. Oh God. So we would desperate ass Eva at her hotel with her mama. If there's ever a next time, I'm gonna be me with Tomas, not some Leslie remix. I'm not gonna try to twist him around my finger. Blame it all on me, why don't you? I mean, it's not the first time and it sure won't be the last. What is that supposed to mean? I mean, you've been judging me since we came to town. I rode shotgun and I will not apologize for co-signing attempted murder. I digress, okay? Now, we're not the same person as much as it pains me. Maybe I taught you this lesson a little too late. Now, this episode, they've been working hard because you can see it all under Trisha's eyes. She's a gorgeous lady. Remember that day that Nicole found out about Doug passing, how she had them luggages under her eyes? It's definitely showing under Trisha's eyes today. Girl, y'all gonna have to need some Botox under them or put them cucumber slices under their eye. But honey, this life is still tough as fuck. And if you give up, that man is as good as gone. You don't know that, mama. Maybe he'll see that we're meant to be someday. Oh, wait, you think he's going to come back to you? No, girl. Eva, you have to fight. Okay? Clean or dirty. My way or the other way. Because little Miss Kit Kat. Oh, baby, she got her nasty claws all up in Thomas. And she does not care if you think that you deserve his love. So the only footage that they showed was when Doug laid his watch on the table and he walked out. There was nobody sitting beside him in that chair. So we remember that because Marcel was not there then. So yeah. But anything after that, erased, baby. Erased. And that is the end of episode number 145 of Beyond the Gates. I got to do some editing on this because I think it was some quiet. I pushed play and I didn't record. Child. It's I'm tired, so I'm going to go ahead and get to bed too. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I didn't do a lot of voices today. It was okay episode. It was all right. I guess with the downer of Doug's memorial, it kind of took a damper. And I'm pissed that they didn't invite us, y'all. Again, y'all don't forget to tell me what the fuck you would have brought to the funeral, okay? And also to remind you, I do have a members only video. So whenever I do the front porch, I'm not only doing the audio that I put out to the rest of the world, but I do it behind the scenes for my members. So if you want to do that, there's information somewhere on this page somewhere that you could join the membership and get a behind the scenes of me on camera. I am definitely on camera. When I pause, I might talk a little shit. I might go put y'all on hold. There's a lot of shit that goes on in the background that I might do and that I will share with my peoples. But you do hear that you don't hear the same exact audio, but you do get the audio version on the regular front porch, but my members get the behind the scenes plus the actual visual of me making my face and girl, you saying and laughing and stuff. So yeah, I thought I would do that because I wanted to do something different and I call it behind the scenes of behind the gates. So is it behind the gates beyond the gates? Oh, maybe I do need to have a sip of something, honey. I'm just so it was a day, my first day back for work. So all right, let me go ahead and get this uploaded. Y'all have a blessed one and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.